Make sure we actually have audio this time. Hello and welcome to RPG Research. I'm your host, Hawk Robinson. This is our weekly administrative meeting. It is May 13th, 2019. We just moved the studio downstairs from upstairs over the weekend, thanks to the wonderful volunteers slaving away. Thank you all so much. And they did a great job, moved it in a few hours. All these books and networking and everything. We still have a lot of post-move stuff, so we're still dying things that we don't have all the little green screens and all that, but we're getting there. But we got up and running, and we were up running shows yesterday. You see, I've still got to fix some of the settings here because the new lighting settings don't match, so we'll be fiddling with those as we go. Joining me in today's meeting, we have...
Danielle Whitworth.
Ding ding.
And joining us remotely over Jitsi...
Lively.
Hi there, Brooke. So, let's see here.
And eventually, John.
Maybe. That's a maybe. So, and, so, Brooke, what do you have on your agenda for today?
Well, so last week was the Give Big 2019.
Yep.
I
saw
and we ended up, I believe, with $100 from what I can tell.
Yeah, it was $100 and something, yeah, like 105 or something like that, yeah. And
yeah, which that covers the administrative fees.
Right, yeah. So, and half of that was from our own staff. So
money.
Thank you for that. Thank you for those who did that. And then one other person. So we appreciate that. At least it was something. At least we didn't lose money in posting it. We gained a little bit, so every little bit helps.
Yep. And then I think for the week before that, we got, was it Danielle, you said $12 at the...
Yeah. $12.
Off the Cronards or whatever?
No.
Drop it in play, the drums,
yeah,
the Manisto?
we had the American money plus the Kroners.
I never saw how much the Kroners hadn't processed.
I think it was like $7 or something, but still, so yeah, I have to look at what that was worth. But still, hey, but that was different. That was a different donation than usual.
we have more income for May than we normally do, so
yeah, exactly. That's good. And we gained last month. We gained a new Patreon supporter, so that added another 5 this month. So that's good.
We're on the ride.
Woo!
Yeah, that's what we want.
Exactly. Keep that up.
Something.
It's progress. And we have a slew of new volunteers.
I just finished sending out those new welcome packets from that email you sent me. I had done one of them, but the other 3, they're all sent out. And the most exciting would be the webmaster.
Yes. System administrator and webmaster. So that's Nicholas. So he was here both. He started immediately Friday. Hired him Thursday, started Friday, came over here. He started cleaning out the server room here for me. Which is awesome. Well, it's like, this is where you're going to be working. You might want to clean it out. But this is the same thing that was done to me. Whenever you have to earn your stripes, and you start in at the bottom, you get to do all the grunt work. And that's just the way it goes when it comes to mentoring and apprenticeships and things like that. And it's fine. It's a good thing. And so that server room, now we can actually see 2 of the tables. And later we'll have to go through and clean up all the wiring and such, but soon he'll be able to sit in there and you operate in there. He'll be able to operate remotely most of the time, but it is a space he needs to be able to then go through and test all the different computers. He really is learning from the ground up. So I'm mentoring him. He's committed to at least a year, and I'm putting that now in all of our things to try to get people to commit to at least a year very clearly during the interview to see if because that's really what it's going to take. The training and everything, it takes months. And if it's going to be worth it, we need them to stick around for at least a year. Now, Riley, what's that?
Nick.
Yay! Welcome, Nicholas. Hey, Dan. Welcome. Welcome. So, take the con, number 1.
Hi, Dan.
So that's Brooke. She's joining us remotely.
You can poke your head on that camera.
So she's on that camera there.
Hey, Dan.
Go ahead and wave to her.
Hi.
We don't have a camera working for that end of the table yet. I'm waiting for some USB cables to arrive before that'll be working. So Dan,
Dan, you have to come sit.
you'll have to sit over here when you're ready.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And yay, Dad is here! Woohoo! So totally screwed up the last show today. We were doing a talk show, and because the settings changed and everything, we were broadcasting without audio.
Oh.
So we were half an hour into it until an audience member said, "Hey, no audio," and she'd been trying to fix it on her end, and then commented. I was like, "Oh, it's us. I screwed up." And so luckily, the special guest, Rachel PhD, was willing to let's go through it all again. Half an hour of the show, do it all again, and she was a good sport about it. Now she is on clinical roll right about now, with
critical role.
Clinical role.
Clinical
Is
role,
it clinical
not
role
critical role, clinical role.
Oh,
Right?
I thought it was critical role on Monday.
No, critical role's on Thursdays, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Clinical role's on Mondays. Because I said it's with Dr. Megan Connell.
Oh, okay.
And she said, yeah. I was like, great, say hi to them for me.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so she's on there, so folks can check that out over on Twitch. And so actually, you just shrank that's the chat room.
That we need to be able to see.
Yeah, I need to be able to see if people... So, okay, John says audio is good. That's good. So,
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Yeah, it's hard to balance all of them. OBS.
let me take the mouse for a second. I've got a mouse over here. But if you can find with the dongle, Nicholas, there was another dongle for this, and it's not plugged in like it's supposed to be over here, so I have no keyboard. I only have mouse. So that has been... Yeah, it was plugged in somewhere in the USB port somewhere, and now it's not. So if we can find that would be very helpful. So, Nicholas, you see how I have this here where I can see... Because the problem is the stupid YouTube Studio, it doesn't really let me go smaller, right? It loses, like, it can only go a little bit, and then it starts cropping everything. So... I need to be able to see the OBS stuff, and I need to be able to see chat room and statistics.
We can see her.
I only need to see part of this where I can click on it, but most of the time I don't need that, so that can be behind. So this is the layering that is preferred, just so you know. All right. You can take the con over after that. All right. What else do you have, Brooke?
So then I know we've had a few more communications about Empire Game Con. So do you want to talk about that?
Email about that.
Yeah, so he emailed me today saying, hey, we'd love to have the trailer and folks out there Saturday and Sunday.
This Saturday and
Yes,
Sunday.
this Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., I think, out of the community college. That's really short notice. I mean, I know they were interested, but getting the ball rolling on this short of notice, the most I can do is if others can be there and attend. I can't attend. I can drop off the bus and trailer and pick it up each night and drop it off each morning and pick it up, but I can't be there. I've got too many things going on. There's just no way. So the only way we could do it is if there are others who want to man the bus and trailer and be there doing the spiel. And I don't know that anybody that's trained up enough
I can
is
do it
available.
Hey, John.
Saturday.
Okay, hi, John.
Hey, look, it's John's head. Hey, John.
John, do you have anything to say about that? If you were hearing us?
I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. We were just talking about the
convention. I think
This week.
Yeah.
this weekend.
This
yeah.
weekend. I can do Saturday.
I'm planning on being there anyways. I don't have a plan for what I'm doing there, so I am just happy to sit with the trailer.
So I forwarded the email to you. Can you get all the logistics taken care of?
I can try.
We need a minimum 60 feet, but that doesn't give us any room to get in and out. But that's the parking space is 60 feet because we're 58 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
We're a minimum 8.5 feet wide. That's with no space. And we're a minimum 58 feet without dropping the ramp or anything. And again, that's with no extra space in either direction. and we're 11 and a half feet on height. So those are the specs for the bus and trailer. If we want to have actual deployment space where we can actually put out the wheelchair lift and the ramp, then really we're talking 75 feet in length and about 12 feet in width.
Okay.
So I can bring it out, if we can come out there at 9 a.m. whatever and start the setup then. I can bring it out in the morning, be there for a brief bit to make sure you guys are all up and running. Then I'll have to get a ride home. I don't know if Katie can pick me up or what. I'll figure that out. But and then I can come pick it up late that night. I think he said it goes till 10 o'clock on Saturday and then 8 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah.
So which is a challenge for Sunday. Which we've got all the shows.
Yeah.
So that will be a challenge as well.
Do a Saturday?
We shouldn't feel required to stay until they close.
Well, but I can't. Yeah, as far as Sunday. So really, if we just did Saturday, that might be more logistically possible.
Okay,
and
so
that's
let's
probably
just
their busiest day.
Yeah, so let's just do Saturday.
Okay, but I can't. And I think he said 10 to 10 on Saturday, right?
Right.
So I'll have to work with Katie on date night for that, but I can make that work. So I'd show up just a little after 10 to pick it all up. So if you want to take the lead on that, on whether those logistics can be worked out, and then I can be there the first part of it. I can be there, for a few hours to talk to people. Let's see. That is going to also be. See, I've got Tolkien Society from 1 to 3 as well. So yeah. So the latest I could stay is till noon on Saturday.
Okay.
And I'm concerned because we haven't had any time to promote it. They haven't promoted it. If it's going to just be a big waste of time or not, but we can give it a shot. If you want to, it's up to you guys. I'm not super excited about it just because of how little planning this is. I'm worried about whether it's worth the time. But if you guys feel it's necessary and you can cover it, as I said, I'll bring the bus and trailer and you guys can do the rest.
Who all's going to be out there with me? If I'm doing it alone, then...
Yeah, I can be there till noon.
I can be out there all day.
Okay, so Danielle, definitely.
I can bring Max, but he won't be able to talk on anything, but he'll be able to sit there.
Dan, is that something you want to help for any part of? Okay. Jane?
I would, but my mom's in town this weekend. So
right. Understood. Okay.
Late Mother's Day kind of.
Understood. And you saw the email from Riley. He's now that school's out, he's going to be unavailable till after July. He'll try to meet for a PAS meeting to get the book together when Valerie's in town, but he's temporarily just while he has to juggle stuff. But he always told us that. He says once school was up, he's probably going to be transferring out of state and all that anyway. So we're very grateful for all of his help, and he's not asking to leave. He's just letting us know with good communication that he won't be around for a while. So
okay.
Can
we have a vote
for
on whether or not it's even worth going this Saturday?
Well, we've got enough of the board here. We've got the board here, except for Emily. So sure, if you want to do it, go for it. So okay. He has called for a vote on the floor. Anybody want to second a vote?
I'll second the vote.
All right. What's your proposal, John?
Well, the question is whether or not it is worth our effort with only a week's prep time to set up. What were we going to try to accomplish by us being out there?
So if I'm there and you're there, we could have 1 or 2 games that we could advertise on a board. Or we can do random drop-in games for individuals who want that. The other thing that we could, besides talking, we could also have an impromptu drum circle at some point. And other than that...
Do you think this audience is going to care about a drum circle?
College students, yes.
No, not college students.
No.
It's a tabletop board game convention, period.
Yeah, it's all about different types of games.
Okay. So we can run essentially a drop-in game and have the donation jar out there. We'd be preaching to the choir again, so we won't have to do the myths.
It'd be good exposure, but
I don't know if it is. Fan Nexus, the only reason it worked out is because I networked with the right people. It wasn't, the exposure was useless. We had no exposure, except that I luckily connected with Ivan Van Norman, and that's really the only thing about that.
It's not much different than doing a drop-in in RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be visible, and that's why I was thinking also the drum circle, because we'll be on the college campus on a Saturday.
I'm open to whatever you guys want. I'm right. As I said, all I can do is, drive the vehicle there, be there till noon at the most, and then pick it back up.
Do you want to
So
run
it's
an
up to you
extra
guys.
game?
John?
Yes?
Would you want to run a game?
I would run a game.
I would run a game.
Okay.
How large of a convention are we expecting?
Small.
Small?
So,
yeah, this is like the first
Small.
or second year, so
Very
just
small.
so you guys know, on Facebook, the event has 12 people going, 43 interested, and Empire Game Con has 125 likes as a page. So that's the exposure we're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
no
it
exposure.
could be more. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like Facebook is the
Actually,
end all
no,
be all.
this is
But
their
that's more
inaugural year.
exposure
This
than
is
an
like the
average
first-
drop-in. So if we treat it like a drop-in,
Yeah.
like a long
It's just a
drop-in.
12-hour drop-in.
Which is what I did last week. I was there from 8:45 a.m. till 8 p.m. So at Manitou Park.
What is going to be the networking opportunities?
Yeah.
Locals.
I don't know. Again,
Getting
if it was
exposure
only
for-
me, it's not worth it. But if you and John and anybody else wants to do it, I'll support. I'll get the bus and trailer there for you. So it's up to you guys if what you want to do. If you want
And
to make it happen.
we welcome any of you guys to show up if
Yeah,
we
but
do this.
they made it clear they can't.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah. And I, Nicholas,
Sorry.
other than the morning, most I could show you is setting up the networking there between the printing and the video games, the Neverwhere Nights games, in the bus and trailer. That'd be all I'd be able to help show you on
we
that.
could set up Neverwinter Nights in the trailer, John, and then they can.
Yeah, but it's a board game convention, so they're not going to care about.
Well, it's not just a board games convention. It's all about games, role playing games, board games. It's just about games.
Okay.
But then we can just monitor that one, and that way we can have people in and out of the trailer spending time there, and we can keep our donation jar near.
It's up to you guys.
I mean, we could get $12 again.
Okay, so just so you know, the gas is going to cost at least $20
I was just going to ask.
without running the generator. If they will give us the ability to plug into their power, John, you need to ask them that. Do they have a power outlet we can plug into, or are we going to have to run our generator? Now, the good thing is that generator, I'm still on the same 8-gallon tank and only about half down after running at Manitou Park and stuff. So that generator is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was after running it the other time, too.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad I got that generator finally. But we need to know.
Well, on Saturday it's supposed to be 67 and kind of some showers. So just so you also know what else to prepare for if
Right.
you're going to be hanging out there all day.
Yep.
Would we be able to do just the bus and not the trailer?
Whatever. I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference. So, I mean, it's more impressive to show up with the bus and trailer together. The bus being old and stuff and kind of cluttered, it has much more of an impact. The trailer's much nicer. So, and there's no artwork on the back of the bus, so having the trailer hooked to the back of the bus gives the artwork to the back unless we drop the back. So, as an overall impression, the two combined is much more effective than by themselves. So, and again, it isn't really, as far as me driving it there and back, it's the same for me. Now, if they have limited parking, then yeah, it would only be the bus. But he said he was going to make it so we could park right on the sidewalk and deploy on the sidewalk there.
So,
Can you text me or email me or Facebook me something? Just send me the dimensions in writing.
So, what if we have a contingency? So, if they will allow us power and space, I think it's worth it just to be on that, especially if it's on the stretch of STCU that faces out to the main road. If the exposure might be enough
No, I think it's in the back.
in the back.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is that it's probably going to be straight in the middle of campus. That's where we would park the blood bus when we do blood drives.
Yeah.
And if it's right in front of the sub, then it's probably just right in the middle of campus.
I think it's in the sub.
Well, yeah, but so the parking would be in the middle of campus,
Right, yeah.
in between buildings, so it wouldn't actually really be visible from the road.
She's right there.
Yeah, as I said, it's not that great of visibility.
Just extra things to consider. I mean, Danielle, if you and John are willing to go hang out there for 12 hours, if we get 5 people who know about us who tell 2 friends each, that's still more people who know about us that didn't previously, so that does help.
I'm also thinking about the potential relationship with them, because if this is their first convention, they may give us better notice and have a better turnout next year.
If there's next year.
If there is a next year.
Yeah.
And if there isn't a next year, then at least...
Yeah, realize these fan conventions come and go all the time. So.
Yeah, but even if there isn't a next year, then they may see us as one of the few people that actually showed up, even if it was just for a day. And they may go on to talk about other things. And we are trying to do better relationships.
That's true. They might.
Yeah, that is important.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we take a vote now? All of who approve, say A, or raise your hand, or somehow indicate to Hawk your choice.
Okay, Brooke says yay.
Yay.
Danielle says yay. Dan says yay.
However much my vote counts.
No, it does. It still does. Shane, you're on the board, so you can abstain, say nay or yay.
Well, I think I just want to abstain since I can't really help with this at all. I don't think it'd be fair.
All right. Well, no, this is a business decision.
Yeah.
And on the board,
Well,
whether you participate or not, you're supposed to help with those business decisions.
I guess I want to say yay just simply because...
That's fine. Don't feel guilty that you're not helping.
Well,
Board members don't have to do a lot of the grunt work.
I just...
What are you talking about, Hawk?
We are different that way. If you look at most boards...
Just if this takes off and we're out on the ground floor and we start a good relationship, this could be a good...
Sure. Yeah, there's always that possibility.
Signal, so
okay.
I guess I will say yes then.
Okay. All right, John?
All right, since sounds like it's going that way anyways, I'll go ahead with yay.
Oh, dear.
You could have said no.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to show up if we...
He's going to be there anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
He's going to be there anyway. Yeah. Okay, and I'm just gonna abstain because I'm right in the middle on this one. So, but I'm willing to go with what the board says on it, no problem. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5 board members. Because Dan, you're not a board member, right? We still like to listen. We listen to all the other volunteers. And so
he's not bored at all. He's excited.
So Nicholas, even though you're not a board member, you do have a vote as far as just informing us about people's preferences.
Okay.
It doesn't count officially, but it does help us in trying to make decisions. Mm-hmm. The board ultimately has the actual votes that matter. Yeah. Emily's not here, but we have more than enough for a quorum, so it's not a problem. Yeah. All right, well, it sounds like you've got 1 abstain and the rest are yays, so it sounds like it is a go.
Yay.
What?
All right, as soon as I get those numbers, dimensions, I will contact him and get a yes or no. The contingency is that we have the parking, we have the power, and we don't pay anything.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
And we get facilities to use the restroom.
Yeah, we need to use their bathroom, not ours.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, my Wi-Fi screwed up. So the gigabit bridge just died. Like it was working for the first show, and I went to reset the network, and it's dead. And I don't know if it's the power supply or the bridge itself. But anyway, so the Wi-Fi. We've got Ethernet working. I rerouted it.
Yeah, we're trying to fix problems. So,
besides our normal schedule of activities, that was pretty much all I had for administrative. Did anybody else have other things they wanted to talk about?
Boy, there was something I wanted to bring up.
There was something that I remember talking to you about.
Yeah, there were like 1 or 2 other things.
It was on Saturday.
Well, okay,
everyone remember to get everyone they know for Friday, May 31st.
Yeah, May 31st. So everybody, please come May 31st to get in the photo shoot.
Oh, Thursday
Thursday.
for RPG.
Oh,
Research.
Eagle Peak?
Eagle Peak.
Oh, yeah, family night. It's family night at Eagle Peak Schools.
This week?
This Thursday.
Yep.
So we're actually, boy, this Thursday's busy. At noon, we're at Spokane Parks and Rec to get into their catalog. For their summer catalog. So that's awesome. So, Brooke, you got that invite, right?
Yes.
I assumed you couldn't make it because of work.
Right. I don't have that same flexibility anymore.
I understand that. But I still wanted to just include you to inform you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Because that's huge, right? Being in their catalog is going to be huge. And we get to put both the nonprofit and the LLC programs in there. Okay. So at least that's what it sounds like.
So are we just like having a meeting with them, or are they like?
We're meeting with them for an hour at noon.
Okay.
To figure out what we need to put in the catalog and just it's a meet and greet and get into their summer catalog.
Okay.
And then from there, they want to talk in the future about really partnering up and doing additional collaborative programs together, not just being in the catalog. So part of being in the catalog is they also help us probably get park reservations and facilities access for our Saturday drop-ins. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk to them about, okay, what Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon can we do? Where can we'll go to different locations. Where can you put us? Where can we be each Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon for our Saturday drop-ins? And we'll put that in the catalog. That should make our Saturday drop-ins good. But our Friday ones will be listed as well.
Cool.
And the LLC workshops will be listed. So it's going to go.
Wow.
Oh,
awesome.
It was meetings that we had missed this last week. Part of it.
Interviews?
No. Meetings.
Oh, we had several meetings on the calendar this week that basically nobody showed up except Danielle and I.
Yay.
For like our Patreon goals and levels, and then there was one yesterday for
the first one for the
the gaming.
We have too much going on.
Game marathon. Planning for the gaming marathon fundraiser. Yeah, we've had several on the calendar. People just have been ignoring
the calendar.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, so
I apologize. I completely missed those.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is during all these moves, there's been too much white noise and people are just tuning out. I think as we restabilize our schedule, because there are a lot of cancellations floating around as I changed it around, I think people are just overwhelmed by the white noise. Take a little bit. The access point's working. I'm on the access point. It's not connecting to the backbone because of how I move the cables. Okay, so there's that. So Thursday, 4:45 p.m. at Eagle Peak School, Pratt Building. We need to be there. We get a table and the bus and trailer. We basically get to be a vendor to talk to the parents about the benefits of role-playing games. That's basically, we're just showing up to be there for parents' night to talk to them. So if we can make a good showing, that's great. You have to choose between that and May 31st. We need May 31st. But if you can make both that and May 31st, that would be really helpful. And it's supposed to go a couple of hours. So again, we need some people out at a table in the school, and some people, people out the bus and trailer. Danielle, what's your availability?
For this week?
Yeah, Tuesday.
I'm doing everything.
Okay, good. John?
You're meeting with Parks and Rec, but not at Eagle Peak, right?
What time's Eagle Peak?
We have to be there 4:45 to set up, and then it goes a couple hours.
Yeah, I'm only available for the Parks and Rec.
Understood. Anybody else able to make it? Shane, Dan?
Eagle Peak. I'm
it's up on the South Hill.
As far as the
it's in the valley. Just it's off.
It's that weird little cove.
Yeah, it's off of Sprague and.
It used to be
like
the big
right where
park.
the freeway zigzags like this. At the Sprague exit, it's like just a few blocks down.
I do believe it was the part of for the biggest United States park.
I don't know, but it's called Eagle Peak School. It's in the Pratt Building, and it's easy to find.
Yeah, I should be able to do that. I don't know how much value it would be for me to be at the Parks and Rec meeting. I don't
That's up to you. If you want to be there just to meet and greet, you're on the board.
Yeah, and it can be a good opportunity to see how we interact with these
people.
people
You will
and
hear
to
us
build
do
up
our
that
spiel.
opportunity.
So a lot of times you just have to come along to start, because the way you're going to get better at this is through being there, through osmosis, the repetition.
So about how long would that be?
That's 1 hour. That's from noon to 1. I mean, it may go over, but I think it's only.
I should be able to. I
should have an invite. Did you get an invite for that?
I will have to go back through.
Okay, check your email. You should have an invite. It's at their building.
Some of my stuff's coming through and some's not. I don't know if my spam filter's freaking out or what, but I've been missing some stuff.
All right. So at least Danielle and I and Shane will be there. John will be there for that one at least. And then this.
You can't do any of those.
So this Friday is which library, John?
Valley.
Okay. Can you send me the exact address and website and all that so I can start spreading the info? Email me all that.
Which valley? There's 3.
I know. So just send me all that info and we'll get that promoted today.
Is it the big one?
Just let him.
Spokane Valley Library.
He'll send the info.
Okay.
So who's going to be for dropping an RPG this Friday? John?
Yes.
Okay. Danielle?
I'm 50-50.
50-50? Okay.
Just because there's so much on my plate.
I understand. No, I understand totally.
It depends on how much work I get done.
I understand. Shane?
This weekend, so I'm not available.
For that Friday?
Yes, because she's going to be in. She's coming in early Friday afternoon.
Understood. So. Dan?
I've got work.
Okay. All right. We'll see if we don't have Riley. Who else can we get down there? We've got some new...
David's been showing up.
What?
David's been showing up?
Yeah, but he's been doing it as a researcher. Remember, he's not actually able to help us.
Yeah, but
he's not training to be a facilitator.
Well, he can take notes.
Yeah, he'll gladly do that.
He'll help us set up.
But I don't know that he's going to. He may or may not. But I'm trying to think as far as capacity as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, but if you're 50-50, so I mean, if it's John and I, then it's John and I. We've been doing that for a long time. We'll manage. So.
I'm trying.
Yeah, no, I understand. I know you are.
I have 12 hours of work tomorrow, but if that pulls off, if I pull off
that's the closest one to my house.
Yep.
If I pull off the 12 hours of work tomorrow, I will be there.
Understood. Okay, is that pretty much for everything we're thinking of then? I saw there's something else, but I can't think of it at the moment.
I think so. That's what I keep thinking.
Okay, first of all, where do you want me to send you the information?
RPGresearcher@gmail.
Okay. Second question. Where are you going to send me the dimensions of the vehicle?
I already sent it to your @RPGresearch email.
Okay. I just went to rpgtrailer.com.
Yeah.
Warning, potential security risk ahead. Firefox detected potential security threat.
Try www.rpgtrailer.com. It's probably just because the SSL certificate doesn't match perfectly.
Nick, can you put the light back? It's teetering and fifty on the camera with it.
Right there.
Did that fix it?
This light, if you just put your hand on that, it'll...
I already had it at www.rpgtrailer.
Alright. It's probably...
But now I just went on Vance and it brought me there.
Okay. But it was just an SSL glitch and nothing to worry about.
Okay, that's what it seems to be.
Between 200 and something domains, sometimes I get the certificates a little jumbled up, so...
Okay.
There's no security risk, it's just a browser paranoia thing. When the domain and URL doesn't perfectly match, even though it's perfectly simple. Anything else?
I'm trying to walk through this week.
Nope, still waiting for my RPG research email to show up.
Yeah, well, so that's something Nicholas and I, as soon as Nicholas gets trained up here, we'll be working on heavily. Is getting the new network, the new infrastructure actually working off of GoDaddy.
Isn't that on the same problem where we're getting bogged down right now with
the email is on GoDaddy on the bad server. We have no control.
Okay.
And so it comes and goes, and our email comes and goes. Until we get it moved over to our email here in the house, there's nothing I can do. It will come and go. Now, the good thing is SMTP is designed for unreliable networks, where it will keep trying to resend until the server comes back up. It will try for days. So it just means that it delays. But the webmail part is super annoying because people go to check their email and they can't. The page times out. So Nicholas, as I train him up here, is going to learn, and we are going to finish the move of all of that off of GoDaddy. Now, the other person who's supposed to interview today no-showed on the interview. So
we have this problem.
Yeah.
Lots of people trying to pad their resumes.
Yep. All right. Anything else that we need to cover before we let Brooke go here?
So if we're talking about meetings, we did also schedule Sunday at 3 to 4:30. The initial brainstorm, discuss, create, budget, RPG research swag items. That is the unusual meeting that is set for Sunday.
Yeah, that's what we did. Is for these. Remember, these are all from the board meeting.
Yep. I remembered doing
all of these
it. I just didn't remember it at the time.
Yeah, these were all board meeting spin-offs, and nobody showed up except Danielle and I. I don't know, John, did you show up for one?
Nope. Well, one. No. Yeah, no, the one that he was here for.
Yeah, so.
So
that's why I wanted to mention it, because it's not on top of mine.
So now, just to make sure that everything is solidified, let me go to my calendar. And then we'll go through...
Is the Wi-Fi working for you?
No.
Yeah.
I have other means of internet.
Okay. I still got to get in there and fix it. Okay, is there anything else you need Brooke for? So we can let her go.
No.
Okay, thank you very much, Brooke. Great to see you again.
Have a good night. Bye.
We'll catch you later. Take care. All right, and I'm going to stop the stream, but everybody's still here. I got to fix the network because we have the next show in 15 minutes, which is going to be further activity analysis. Right? We're going to be continuing that.
Yep.
So we'll be back in about 15 minutes. We'll be back at around 7 p.m. Pacific time here, right here on youtube.com/RPG Research. We're doing activity analysis of role-playing gaming, and we still had to finish. We were still going over our. Did we finish going over our existing breakdown? So we had to finish the activity analysis of drum circles, just as an example, which is simpler. And we're going to finish that.
We're going to start arguing about the other one.
Then we will go through and do the same thing with basic D&D. We will start with that and go from there. So that's what we're back for. So it's for RPG theory, and a lot of topics get discussed in that process. So we'll be back.
Right.